What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. The original live before lock format. We're not forcing Ghost and Jeb to do it solo. I'm not doing it post jury duty on a Monday. All good. TST, how are we doing over there?
Doing great. Excited for a real LBL.
Yeah, we get a real LBL. Ghost, how are we doing, man?
Good. Trying to figure out what the hell this in-season tournament is. Still trying to understand the format, what's going on. I feel like nobody really knows. It's chaos. So here we are.
Yeah, people are
you and Bones Highland. Still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, someone should be like, Bones, that is why you were traded. Real quick, we're just gonna, as always, we'll give away a little rare tier card here. Do me a favor, share the stream. If you haven't shared it yet, go share it with your friends. Let's get more people up in here. But like the stream, subscribe, hashtag help, and I'll explain that here in a second, but we'll give away a rare tier card, probably Vernon Carey, if I'm being honest, but listen, it's still rare tier. So like the stream, subscribe, hashtag help. We'll give that away towards the end. Appreciate everyone being here. All right, I'm going to give you guys the conundrum that I'm dealing with. I figured we could start with this. And so before everyone freaks out, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to talk a little bit about the situation that I'm in right now, because it talks about the different tournament structures that we've got going on with the in-season prizes and whatnot. Then we'll do all the injury news and the projections, and then we'll get into all the Q&As. But I was excited. I was looking at my roster. I was looking at my bankroll, and I was like, I do want to compete in this the in-season tournament. I wanted to give it a go. I started putting together a rare tier squad, okay? And I'm gonna build it for you right now, just so you can all get excited with me and be like, holy shit, this is a pretty good squad you guys are carrying. And then I'm gonna need your help with figuring out what I'm supposed to do, because you're gonna learn this, and as I learned it, maybe. But look at it, I was like, oh, Steph Curry, there we go. We need a year 2 card. Let's get Kyrie right in there. Oh, let's get Bam Adebayo in there. Let's get another year 2 and Josh Giddey. There we go. We've got our 2 year 2 cards, except you need 3. You need 3 year 2 cards, and I learned that as I was about to hit submit. And so I've gotten some feedback from people, and most of them are like, dude, just buy more cards, bro. And I'm not trying to do that, especially from the rare variety. Because first of all, what do we think about this lineup as is?
Like with Ayton?
What do you mean? Yeah. If I could submit this for game week 1, knowing the teams that are for in-season game week 1, but game week 4, do we think this is a competitive lineup anyways?
I think so.
Yeah, for sure. Like Kyrie got ruled in, so that's
Kyrie's in.
So that's good. Giddey with no Shea is like a big play this week, especially because his cap just came down. So that's huge.
Yep.
Ayton, I don't know.
Yeah, dominating's the question mark there.
Yeah,
what I like about Dom, he's going to get rebounds. I'm not like too worried about him. Okay, so this is what I forget him being in there. I don't really care about him being in there, honestly. But
that's who we have to replace, anyways, right?
Yeah, and we're not buying anybody new, because the other people in that category, right? And again, we'll be sharing all this cap information here shortly. But in the dominating area, we have dudes like, I think that's J-Dub is in that range, right? Jalen Williams, Tobias Harris, Klay Thompson. Well, no, Tobias Harris isn't playing. So it's J-Dub, Klay, That's really it. That's really it in that range.
Nurkic. I would go Nurkic over Ayton.
He's not playing tonight.
Oh, he's not?
No, the Suns aren't playing. So this is for the in-season tournament.
Sorry, yeah.
So it's really J-Dub and Clay that's in that range. So I'm not really worried about Ayton, but here's the question that I want to pose to you guys. Based on this tournament structure, would you, because I'm not buying another rare tier card. That's insane. But people have been like, oh, dude, just buy the limited Ayton and throw that in there. But do you think this, and I guess what I'm getting at is, should I just fire up a lineup similar to this? I believe it would be Steph, Kyrie, Zion, somebody else, Ayton, and Yuta in a champion lineup. Or do I just go buy the Ayton limited card and then I can actually plug this in?
So is the difference between the two tiers right now just the boost that they're getting on there?
Mm-hmm.
So like, is this going to be like the other mixed competitions where if you didn't field like a full rare tournament in the all rare one, or in this one, that you wouldn't really be able to compete? Like I feel like in the previous mixed ones you couldn't compete if you actually like put any of the commons or the limiteds in when everyone else was fielding rares.
I don't think it's that much of a downgrade, right? Is it? I
don't think it is. So that's why I was like, I would just buy the limited if I were you.
Yeah.
And it's also like, because you're buying a season 2, the drop off's not as much as just plugging in a season 1 limited where you might only have like 2% on it or whatnot. I also think that because like the thing is like, you don't have to win the week. You just need to be consistent. So I think that helps in that if you're missing a little percentage, it's about like fielding a consistent team multiple weeks. So like, because I went and bought some, and I'm fielding a mixed lineup.
You are okay. So you think? Put this to bed. Oh, sorry, TSC. Say that again.
Because I wasn't going to buy a bunch of season 2 rares. I bought one.
Like this dumbass.
I bought some limited. Yeah, exactly.
I will say that Kyrie was only 200. That kind of.
I picked up a Mikal Bridges for like 180. So
yeah, I picked up a Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, there we go. Jesus, 10% difference in bonus on a 50-point score is only 5 points. All right, so now let's put this to bed. Then, do you think the right move here then is to just go get the Ayton instead of breaking this up and putting it in a champion lineup?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a horrible lineup. I think that is a nice little substitute there. You could just put the limited right in there and not have to think about it too much.
All right, TST.
But like, I still think you should go buy a limited card. I just don't know if it's Ayton.
Okay, so it's Ayton or J-Dub.
That's it. That's the only choices.
I mean, Ayton, J-Dub,
don't be
Klay
afraid
Thompson.
to leave a little cap on there.
Okay, I'm telling you though, it's not a lot of great options tonight. Daniel Gafford, Max Strus. I'm telling you, and honestly, I think it is Ayton. Ayton is gonna go for 8 and 15. Yeah, I'll take 8 and 15 from him. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Go get him.
I will.
Go buy him right now.
Oh, let's actually, before I'm gonna go see how much it is, and then we'll decide. I really didn't want to have to do that today. I was so proud of myself for putting this squad together too. All right, so are you guys both fielding squads then in the in-season tournament?
Yeah, so I did, yeah. I actually didn't even realize that you couldn't use just all of the old cards. So I was clicking submit a million times and it wasn't even lighting up. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And I didn't read the rules very well. And then I went and bought some cards, ended up buying a Scotty Barnes and then realizing that he's not even playing in the tournament. I just thought that the people that were playing in this game week were playing in the tournament, but I guess not. But I ended up buying Cam Thomas, Desmond Bain, and Donovan Mitchell. So those are my 3 limited 2023 cards. And then I'm adding that to my Halliburton and Julius Randle rares from last season.
Wow, that's not too bad. TSC, what squad are you running out there?
I got my Giannis rare MVP because my decision was that I wasn't going to use my Jokic because I still wanted to field a good champion in the regular one.
Okay.
And I have a Shea, but him not playing kind of screwed me because it was like going to be nice to have both those because I could split them. But I'm going Giannis, and then I bought a Jalen Brunson and a Jimmy Butler limited. So they're in there. I bought a Mikal Bridges rare, so he's in there. And then I went with Cason Wallace as another limited. So I actually bought an extra card.
You bought a Cason Wallace rookie, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
With Shea out, I think he could. And I also didn't want to buy any season 2 cards that I already had the season 1.
That's fair.
So I was like limited in that way because I'm like, I don't want the duplicates in there. So that's eliminated some people. And I just thought like multiple times throughout the year, I feel like Casey Wallace, I'll be able to slide in.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
He probably wasn't too expensive either. I feel like he's
it was like $20.
Yeah.
So.
He feels like he flies under the radar a little bit compared to some of the other hyped rookies in there.
Yeah. If you guys are just getting here, like the stream, subscribe, #help. We'll give something away here towards the end, a rare tier card, which is really exciting. So let's get this number up over $100, huh? And that way it'll be easier on my heart to give some stuff away. All right, now that we've done that, I'm gonna do my best to multitask as I add funds to go over some stuff. But some of the big injury news we've got already. I think Kyrie was the one that we were waiting for the most, and we got confirmed that he's in. So Kyrie's in, Halliburton's in as well. Garland is still questionable for the 78th day in a row. Jokic looks like he's going to play. Jamal looks like he's going to play. RJ's got the Q tag. Dinwiddie said he's playing. Levine's probable. Allen also questionable. Jimmy Buckets looks like he's going to play. Daniel Gafford's in. Shaedon Sharp's in. We already know, I believe, we're without Scoot, right? We already know Scoot's out. Jalen Smith from the Pacers, I know he occasionally pops. He's going to be, he is ruled in. Let me just, Corey Kispert's out. So if you Denny Avdia bros, Caleb Martin's out again. We got Nick Claxton is still out. Io's going to miss tonight, it looks like. I want to make sure. We already know SGA's out. Jalen Williams, the other, not J-Dub, but the J-Will, he's going to be available. Maxi Kleber's out. Sorry, I'm doing it this way, guys. I just want to make sure we get everybody. Santi Aldama looks like he's still going to miss. Yeah, Scoot's out, and Simons, we already knew, is out. Okay, I think that's everybody. From that injury news, anything like any big picture thoughts on the slate, either regarding the injury news or not regarding the injury news that's I don't know, that you want to share some alpha on? Anything that moves the needle for you?
For me, it's the Shea and the Scoot, I think, has a big bearing on that. Like Shaedon Sharp is going to be a nice play. What's Kamara, the rookie too? He's been getting a lot of burn.
Oh, for the Pacers?
So, no, Kamara. Is it Kamara? Who's the other Portland?
Yeah, Tirani. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I said Pacers. I meant Blazers. In my head, I said Blazers. Sorry about that.
Okay. I was like super confused there.
Yeah, my bad. Again, I multitasking.
Yeah, but so for like, I think that is maybe, I don't know what his cap's at, and I don't know how expensive he is, but he might be a fun play there. And then I think with the OKC Shea being out, it'll just kind of like spread it around. It's not necessarily like a player that hasn't been getting any burn is going to get thrown in there, but Giddey and everyone and Jalen Williams and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting to see how that works without someone who dominates their production so much.
Dominating. What about you, Ghost?
TST hit most of the ones that I was going to hit on. The only other one that I would mention is Malcolm Brogdon. I think is a pretty smash play with all those guys out. I think he's at an 18 cap. He's already been getting a lot of minutes and doing well with them. He's got 3 straight games of 30. So I think he's a nice little play there with both Scoot and who else is out? Simons. Yep.
Yeah, he's looked really good. He has looked really good. All right, why don't we dive into some of the projections, and then as promised, we'll just kind of smash questions, and we'll I don't know, we'll look at like 10 to 15 dudes at a time, and then we'll kind of see what pops and what doesn't. As always, we're using Momentum Labs. You can find a link to them into the chat. Our friend John Boy Skeets down there breaking all this down. And once again, I say this all the time, these are projections, which means you're projecting. They're not, it shouldn't be your Bible. It's not guaranteed that it's going to happen. But it does help you. I don't know. It uses it as tiebreakers, I would say. So down low here, our garbage hunt, Max Christie popping a little bit, but as always in these low caps, honestly, it takes like 2 buckets, and they're like, dude, that was a smash play. Sam Hauser of the Celtics and Peyton Pritchard both pop a little bit. Zeke Naji a little bit as well. And then the biggest one, obviously, Scoot Henderson, even though he's out. So you're just hoping he plays one of the 2 games. And then Kuminga down here, Torrey Craig, Grady Dick, Derek Jones Jr. And then Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley's the other one that has a cap of 9 and a projection of 23. Any of those dudes from like 10 and under that move the needle for you guys?
I like Malik Beasley a lot. He's been playing really well, getting minutes, and then the other one is Derek Jones Jr. I'm shocked as his given his Bulls role last year where we barely played him and he was just in and out of the rotation that he's now starting next to Luka and playing a big role, but he's looked really good and is super active and racks up stats.
Yeah, Derek, what did he drop, like 20, 22 or 23 like real life points the other day? He had a really solid performance. Courtside said, why do projections hate Scotty Barnes? Yeah, I just want to bring this up because John and I were talking about it last night, I believe, where I think computers are coming around a little bit more slowly to Barnes as point forward. I think it's taken a minute, but I think Barnes from here on out will be projected higher than all Toronto Raptors. I think that's coming. But yeah, go. So yeah, I agree. The Derek Jones Jr. call is fun. I like that. What about you, TST?
Yeah, those are the two that stuck out to me. Derek Jones Jr. is starting, and he played more minutes last 2 games and produced decently, especially at that cap.
Especially with
and
Kleber
then
out.
Yeah, and Malik Beasley, like he hasn't shot the ball that well, so you know he'll shoot it better eventually. So once he does that, he's gonna up his production a little bit. So he's been getting the time. He's been playing significant minutes and still producing decently, but he has some like potential there just because he's going to shoot better than he has been.
I'll tell you, you want a little financial advice. If it's not this game week, it's next. Get ready to flip Malik Beasley because the backcourt's not going to all of a sudden figure out how to defend with these two guys, and it's not going to be Dame that loses minutes. So Malik Beasley will be the guy that ends up getting moved. Maybe not moved, but coming off the bench.
Who's gonna defend?
Somebody that's not on the team right now. They'll find. Yeah, okay, I bet they even try Connaughton. I bet they do try it. Oh man, did we just get an update in real time? Is that what just happened? No, maybe not. Maybe my thing refreshed.
I saw that too.
All right, let's see. So we'll scroll up. I'll hit some things that pop from 10 to 20, and then you can tell me. Josh Richardson, I know that's your guy, TST. He's got a cap of 12 and a projection of 25. They're desperate for some more point guard stuff. Zaire Williams for like the 3rd consecutive game week or 4th continues to pop. He's actually been playing well too. He's been somebody that has been doing well. Okogie is down there as well. When we get up to the 14 range, you had Obi Toppin, Grant Williams, and Mo Wagner. We should mention Mo Wagner because Wendell Carter Jr. broke his hand last night, so I imagine he's going to miss some time. One more injury, too, that didn't pop up because we're talking about Friday. Devin Vassell did something to his groin. We don't know how long it's going to go or how long the injury is going to hold him out, but Pop made it sound like it's going to be at least a few weeks. These are just like fresh off the dome takes. So this isn't like, it's not like I'm in San Antonio's training camp, but my guess is Malachi Branham ends up being the guy that jumps into the starting rotation because they're going to keep Sohan as point forward. And I think they like having Trey Jones come off the bench. So my guess is that Branham starts, but that Trey Jones becomes a little bit more active. And again, that's just a fucking guess. I just think they like Sohan as point forward right now. Santi Aldama, we know, is missing a game. Let's see the 17 range. Cason Wallace, who we've talked about. IQ has been playing great basketball off the bench. Malcolm Brogdon, who we've already kind of mentioned a little bit. Jalen Johnson, who's been playing well. And then in the 19 range, Jordan Poole, who's not been playing well, but a low cap. Cam Thomas, who has been playing well and is just in cap recovery. So I know we kind of went over a lot there between 10 and 19, but stuff that sticks out for you guys. I don't know, Ghost, you want to go first? Anything that pops?
Yeah, we hit Brogdon. I like Jalen Johnson at 18 a lot. He's been looking really great. Emmanuel quickly at 17. He's been getting a lot of minutes. I don't know. I've been waiting for that Obi Toppin breakout. I know he's been projecting really well, but he just hasn't been doing very much. And I've been playing him in all my lineups, and I just feel like he hasn't been super competitive. So still waiting on that one. And I love Grant Williams. I feel like he's been playing really well for Dallas.
Dude, he's been awesome. Grant Williams has been playing really good basketball. And it was funny. I had a quick reaction that I was like, oh man, is Kyrie back painful for Grant? And it's like, maybe Grant takes one less shot, but defenders are further away for the shots he takes. Like having Kyrie out there. So I don't think it's gonna mess it up too much. Also, look at Veronica in the chat. Shut up, Veronica. All right, yeah, that's good. Yeah, any other? Oh, sorry, TST. Did you go yet? Sorry.
Yeah, I already mentioned Casey Wallace. That's kind of one that, more under the radar. Maybe less people know that one. Grant Williams too. I think the other thing with Grant Williams is that like when you're talking like upside with Grant Williams, probably a little bit of like a block and 2 steals is where you're going to get that. So Kyrie being back doesn't really like hurt that as much either. And, more open shots and less of them is probably better, like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, we pretty much touched on everyone. I'm waiting for Zaire Williams to have a little more of a breakout than he is so far. I've been expecting a little more from him.
He's been like hitting 24.
I know, but like I think he has a little more even. Like I don't know, like they're doing nothing over there.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like they're 0-4. Just like let him cook.
Let Zaire 0-5. Let Zaire cook.
0-5,
That's the takeaway.
Sorry, they don't even put the NBA doesn't even put up their record. So I guess
that was hilarious, man. That was so funny. We see a lot of new people getting here this morning. What am I doing? A lot of new people arriving here right now. I was thinking this morning because we were just talking about the morning show. We're going to give away a rare tier card here, creeping up over 100 right now. Like the stream, subscribe, #help. All right. Let's go back to the projection. So we've gone to the top 20 so far in cap. Let's go look at this mid-range-ish. Ben Simmons and Yeka, they both pop here. 21. D'Lo's been playing out of his ass the last 2 games. I don't trust that at all, but he's still, for a cap of 21, you could do a lot worse. Jakob Poeltl, D'Anthony Melton's out there. D'Anthony Melton is getting A+ exercise for the Sixers right now. Just running around a bunch without actually accumulating any stats. What'd you say?
Cardio club.
Yeah, the cardio club, D'Anthony Melton. Mark Williams, who was like, I was victory lapping that shit after the first game of the season, and he's taken a dump since then. And then you got Ayton, Jalen Williams, Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris, I actually think, is somebody who, his cap's never going to get above 40, but probably never going to get below 30 again. And I like the way they're using him right now. And then 29, we got Michael Porter Jr. and Jared Allen, who's still questionable. But anybody in that range that's kind of jumping off the board for you? Either of you guys?
Go ahead, TSC.
I like the potential of a Portal against his old team.
Oh, revenge narrative.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I like that just because the revenge narrative is always fun. I don't like that it's only 1 game and he's kind of been up and down a little bit, but Schroeder has been just carving up teams and he has been the recipient of most of those just easy buckets. So I don't mind that play at 21. Didn't mention him earlier, but Ben Simmons has been pretty consistent play and been hitting pretty well, and his cap's still relatively low at 20. Other than that, Nurkic, Beal's out again Saturday, and Booker's questionable again. Not that it like changes so much for Nurkic, but he's been having some decent games, so I don't mind him still at a 26. I wouldn't really love him if he was over that 30 right now, but I'll take a swing at 26 with him.
All right, I don't mind that. What about you, Ghost?
I like a bunch of those. Those were some of the main ones on my list. I'm still riding the Mark Williams bandwagon, and he's got 2 games, and his fantasy point per minute is just so high over his career that like I feel like he's due for a monster game there. And I also like Dennis Schroeder. I feel like he's been absolutely having an amazing season.
He's been awesome. He's been awesome. Go back to Mark Williams. You're right. I think Mark Williams is doing us a favor. He's like, listen, I had to throw a couple of pieces of shit out there so that way I can really capitalize on our cap.
He's controlling the cap. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. And we appreciate that. We appreciate that. All right, let's get into the 30 range. We're going to do whatever. We're going to do them all. I'm mixing it up now. Wemby's obviously is a good play. There you go. Wemby's a good play, guys. I do really like both of these dudes right here, Miles Turner and Evan Mobley. Their cap is too low. We have JB, Jaylen Brown's popping. Tyler Hero's been awesome. Julius Randle can suck it. I'm not interested.
Oh my God.
Garland,
he's been so bad.
Dude, he's been so bad, man. He's been so bad. He doesn't want to be there. They don't want him there. It's just a real bummer. It's a real bummer all the way around. All right, the 32 range, Josh Giddey. We mentioned him already. Jalen Duren's been a god. Wagner, Collins, all these guys are solid here. I just want to see Scotty Barnes. We mentioned he's great. Anybody else like really jumping off here? Yeah, Jaren Jackson Jr., his caps come down to 36. Chet, Bane, Cade. Cade's been awesome this year. But most of these guys are pretty expensive. So I don't think we're surprising anyone in this range. This wasn't actually as helpful as I thought it would be, because I think this is like, yeah, they're projecting well because they're good. Let's just do this. And before we get to the MVP conversation, anybody in this 30 to 45 range, let's say, of you're like, oh, this is someone people might be sleeping on, or there's a opportunity cost here?
I feel like Tyler Hero's been flying a little bit on the radar, even though he's having a great season and his cap's still pretty low. So I've been fitting him into a lot of my lineups where I can.
I like that. Yeah, Tyler Hero, man, has been great. They don't have a point guard, so much so that we're like, hey, Josh Richardson's a good play. Like, that's how bad they are at guard, is that Tyler Hero is. The one guy I wanted to shout out is Jalen Brunson, who has a cap of 44 and a projection of 36. That cap sucks. That cap is too high. But what I will say is that literally anybody will carve up this Milwaukee backcourt. Dennis Schroeder, which we like Dennis. I don't think Dennis is a 24 and 11 guy pretty regularly. I did a short on this week, but Tyler Hero scored 35 on the Bucks. 3 different guards for the Hawks got in double figures against the Bucks. We just said Dennis Schroeder and Tyrese Maxey in the first game of the year went for like 32 and 10 or whatever the hell it was. So I have Brunson's not even like one of those electric guards, that's just running by people. I still don't think he's going to have a problem. So if you're in a tournament like the in-season tournament where you get to just play a cap of 4 million, I think Brunson is a solid play there. But all right, any MVPs that we need to? I mean, like, obviously, yeah, Jokic is a good play. Luke is a good play. Booker's not projecting well, but he's awesome. So
he's questionable first game though. So
yeah, that's fine.
Really matters.
I'd play him. That's fine. We know Halliburton's ruled in, so you can roll him out there. LeBron has a game, but I'm nervous that they're just out of nowhere going to be like, hey, you know what, LeBron? Why don't you just take a nap? And then the biggest one, De'Aaron Fox. Who is this? Oh, Embiid. Embiid's going to cap a 48 and his projection is 59. But I mean, if you have Embiid, you're already playing Embiid. Any spicy MVP takes before we start getting into questions and shit like that?
Not too many for me. I do like Donovan Mitchell. I think he's a little bit of a contrarian type play there. He's playing Indiana, I believe, tonight, and which doesn't play they don't play too much defense, and it's super high pace. So could be one of those spots where Mitchell goes off for like a 70-pointer.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Embiid as a second player is interesting still. His cap below 50, I think, is
he is. I mean,
you roll out an Embiid with like Brogdon combo in a champion lineup. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that is pretty nice. Giannis, yeah, those guys, you're playing them. I'm sorry, don't overthink that shit, right? If you have Giannis, you plug in Giannis. Don't overthink it. I just did a quick refresh to see if we got any news since we started the show. Ingram is now questionable for tomorrow, so keep that in mind. Wolf is saying, I don't know what's going on with Book. He had 2 good games, then he's questionable or out. Yeah, I think he's just got a nagging injury, so they're probably. I know it's weird because they're starting off 2-3. They just dropped 2 games to the Spurs, but it's important to zoom out a little bit. And it's like, well, they got 77 games left. They're going to be fine. They just need to be right when they get there. All right. Last thing here. Let's remind the people one more time. We're giving something away. Like the stream, subscribe, #help. You can throw that into the chat. I'll bring the sheets back up here in a second. We'll answer some questions. Just a reminder, if this is your first time here, we do Live Before Lock on Mondays and Fridays at 5:30. We also do the NBA Bit Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. We got a shit ton of content, so go check it all out. Ghost and TST join us on Fridays. I'm realizing right now in real time that I don't have a guest on Monday, so I got to figure that out.
I'm there Monday.
Oh, normally you're not here on Fridays.
I'll be here sometimes. I won't be here sometimes.
I'll never figure it out. We get 75 entrants right now, so get excited. All right, now's the time. If you were like, I need to get my questions in, we covered it. Do you guys have anything else before we go to questions, or anything you need to get off your chest emotionally? All right, here we go. Let me bring the sheets back up. Chat, now is your time to shine. Fire some questions in here. What do you got for me? Douglas says his contender is Simmons, Bane, Kuminga, Zaire, with Jeremy Grant, Marcus Smart, Michael Porter Jr., or PJ Washington. See, I didn't think this was a question at first. I thought you were just bragging, Doug. But you do have a question. So Grant, Smart, Porter, or PJ? I think for me, I'm just gonna cross off Porter Jr. And I love Michael Porter Jr. I don't think he's making the cut here. And if you think Smart's gonna have a 5-steal game, you can put Smart in this conversation. But for me, it's between PJ and Jeremy Grant. How do you guys feel?
I'm PJ all day.
Wow, PJ all day. What about you, Ghost?
I kind of like Marcus Smart. I'm between PJ and Marcus Smart there, but I feel like Marcus Smart's got some upside with how decimated that team is.
So Marcus Smart is a cap of 29 and a projection of 29 on the dot. So he's getting there. And then Washington has a cap of 32 and a projection. All right. So Marcus Smart actually projects better. There you go. Marcus Smart projects better. I think I roll with PJ, but maybe that's my Boston bias. I saw, Ian Van Winkle. What's up, Ian? He said best cap between 20 and 22. So Ben Simmons, the cap of 20 with a projection of 29. You got Okongwu, 20 and 25. You got D'Lo, we talked about. Jakob Poeltl, both smashing. And then, what was it, 22? No one in the 22 range. I guess Jalen Suggs. Maybe Markelle Fultz misses another game. But out of that range, do you guys have a favorite?
I think it's going to be Ben Simmons for me with 2 games. Slightly over the I like Poeltl as well, but I think the 2 games versus 1 game for Poeltl puts me at Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Ben Simmons is way safer and equal ceiling as well. But
I totally agree.
If not higher.
I totally agree because we're going to get one of those like 5 blocks, 5 steals games. Luke Cornett is a cap of 7 and a projection of 5.9. There you go, Sneeps. All right, here we go. Kim says Luka. Oh, is it equal fire? Okay, Luka, Triple J. Yeah, dude. Yes, man. Here we go. Game week 4. People just getting into the chat being like, "Hey, Mike, your lineup sucks compared to mine." Also, is this your no, because it's got Mark Williams and Sabonis in it. I was wondering if this was in season. That is a good lineup. That's
a great champion lineup.
Yeah. Does SBF's conviction make you question the integrity of Web3? This is a good question, Jumpshoot. This is the right place for it.
What's he projecting at? How many years?
Yeah, geez, probably 18 to 400 probably. I know. Look at the Real Phil is in the chat. Yeah, that was pretty. We were talking about Bones Highland earlier. That was hilarious. AJ Lee says Vooch, Grant, or Bridges. I can't believe it, Ghost. I'm going with your guy, Vooch. How do you feel about these dudes?
I mean, Vucevic has been putting up numbers. I mean, it doesn't translate into a winning basketball team, but he's getting his numbers out there. I was gonna take a shot at Patrick Williams earlier because he's the cardio king of just 0 stats.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even put him in an underdog lineup, but I just want to take a quick cheap shot there.
Yeah, D'Anthony Melton ran so Patrick Williams could run faster. All right, Trevor Bliss. Trevor. Look at the avatar, Trevor. You look like a nice guy. Trevor looks like a nice guy. Davion Mitchell or Haywood Highsmith for the underdog. Dude, the only reason I'm picking Davion is because he is another one who can just run out there and steal the ball a bunch of times. He's got a cap of 11 and a projection of 10. So that's not great.
No, but I think that's also projecting with Fox in, right?
Oh, yeah. Fox is not playing these games. Why is Highsmith not projecting at all?
Highsmith's coming off a 21-minute game.
Oh, dude, John is fired. I'm definitely going Davion, though. I'm right on Davion.
Yeah, Davion's coming off a 29-minute game, and he had 30 so-rare points. So, he had a good output there with Fox out.
All right, so Obi Toppin in a back-to-back or Grant Williams when they play tonight and tomorrow. I know we were talking about Obi earlier. I don't think Obi's like a good fantasy guy. I think Obi's good for 3 dunks a game. Give me Grant Williams. Does anybody feel differently than that?
No, Grant Williams.
Yeah,
Grant. Also, RJ Barrett's been ruled out tonight.
Oh, I don't even know what that. Maybe IQ gets a little bit more run. Do they do like a double guard lineup?
Hart, I don't know.
Man, Hart's been bad at the beginning of this season too.
I don't know. Maybe just Brunson more shots.
Yeah. Maybe Randall. Randall's like, dude, it's my turn to cook. Get out the way.
Like, one more lefty down, one more lefty up.
Yeah. KD with 2 or Ant with 1. That's a fun one.
KD with Beal definitely out and Booker maybe out.
Yeah.
I'll take KD.
I agree.
Yeah, I do too. Although, I mean, listen, no, if you go with Ant, I wouldn't blame you. Ant's been awesome, and he's been rebounded more too. Well, what about the Mitchich guy with Poole, Cam? Who's Cam? Oh, Cam Thomas, Schroeder, and Kyrie. So you're saying is Mitchich going to get more run? Let's just search Chichich. Oh, there we go. He's not projecting really well. I think Cason Wallace is the guy that gets the, as TST already mentioned, I think he's the one that gets more of the run. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. That's a big dart throw, I think. Unless you guys have seen anything about Vasily Mitchich playing more.
You could have told me that wasn't a real player, and I wouldn't have known any difference.
Bosey says Josh Okogie or Richardson. I'm surprised that Okogie's cap is as low as it was. I didn't think he was going to be a great play, but Richardson has a cap of 12. And what happened there? Cap of 12 and a projection of 25, and Okogie's like right around here, right? And then Okogie's got a cap of 13 but a projection of 22. TST as the Richardson whisperer or rooter. Where are you going between these two?
I'm going Richardson, but you can make a strong argument for Okogie if Booker sits out, but we don't know yet.
We don't know.
Why is Richardson projecting so well? I'm just curious. I'm looking at his stats right now from the last couple. Because
he's due, Ghost. He's due.
I think
16 and 12. So
the Heat have no one. That's why.
Yeah, I think it's because they're like, we can't play Kyle Lowry, right? So they were going to use Richardson as their point guard. So I think it's just like, yeah, I don't love either of those, honestly.
Maybe because they're playing the Wizards and they just assume blowout.
There you go. Except they both have like the same record, don't they? All right, let me catch up. Here we go. I'm sorry if I missed your chat. If I miss it, you can fire it in again. Oh, Strad. We got a Strad sighting. Let's go.
Strad.
Also, I love Strad. You already know the answer to this because you put two of these guys in caps and then you're like, Rudy. So you know it's not going to be Rudy here. But between Kuz, Levine, and Rudy, Levine's the only one that has 2 games. I mean, that's it for me right there because I think Kuz has a matchup against Miami, which I don't love. Zach LaVine, 2 games. Ghost, I don't know. How do you feel about your Chicago boy?
I mean, he's been real hit or miss. Started off really weak, but he's gotten hot late. And the 2 games I think puts him over the top. I would probably go Kuzma if it was both equal and they had 2 games each, but I think the 2 games from LaVine is safer.
Yeah, that's where I go too. Halliard. Oh, go ahead.
Strad, I will tell you something. Every time I put Zach LaVine in my priority rare lineup, whatever I'm prioritizing, he flops. And every time I don't put him, he goes off. And he is not in my priority lineup this week. So
there you go. Bingo, bango. We love it. That's great. We do need Trudikus in here. All right. Maxey, Brunson, or KD. Okay. I know that Jalen Brunson is playing the Milwaukee Bucks. I respect it. And I know that Maxey's been really, really good. We got to play Kevin Durant, right?
Yeah. What are we talking MVP here?
Yeah.
Or
we got to play.
Take into account caps.
No, we're playing KD. We got to play KD.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got here? I got to catch up. Richardson is trash. Richardson is going to pop. All right. Wait. So Rare Dad is saying Mitchich plus 13. Listen, roll with Mitchich then. Go with it. Let's go. Go with So Rare Data. But if it's wrong, Andrew Laird has to come on stream naked. All right, Jonathan Clark's like, we got to talk Wemby. Wemby is great. How does JBB feel about John Collins? You know what? I missed an earlier question about Collins too. So let's look up John Collins too. John Collins coming into his own a little bit here. Mm-hmm. So cap of 24, projection of 28, had a really solid game last night. Where I think it was basically 20 and 10. I think that's what it was. I kind of like John Collins moving forward up until his cap. And once his cap gets around 32, I'll probably chill out a little bit. But at 24, I like this. You guys, TSC, you were shaking your head. You're in on the Collins train?
Yeah, I've been liking him with a new team all year. I think basically he'll be like a good play if he's like below 28. He's like, to me, he's very comparable to like PJ or Tobias Harris and everything. Like they'll have some good games and they'll cap will be over 30 and then like you kind of ignore them, but then it'll creep down in those like mid to high 20s. And that's when, you should look at them again.
Yeah. All right. I like this one too, because we talked about Jalen Johnson earlier. And I think we all like Jalen Johnson. His game. I feel like, even if you're not playing him this game week, his upside by the end of the season, I think is going to be pretty high. But comparing him now to Emmanuel Quickley, who I know I mentioned briefly, and now we have the RJ news. So Quickley has a cap of 17 and projection of 25. Jalen Johnson a little bit higher here with a cap of 18 and projection of 28. Are you guys both still leaning Jalen, or would you go Quickley here?
I would go Quickley personally.
Yeah. The RJ news swings it for me.
There we go. All right. I like that. Pearl, Jakob, our friend Jakob Pearl, or do we go D'Angelo Russell, little D'Lo? It's tough, right? It's weird to pick D'Lo.
I want to say Yak, but I feel like you got to pick D'Lo.
Yeah, they've been using D'Lo like a lot lately.
He's just never a fun click. You never want to like be rooting for him.
I know.
I'd probably have to go D'Lo too, but it's not fun.
Yeah, it's not fun. Alan says Bam and D'Lo. Another D'Lo question. I'm assuming that's D'Lo, not Russell Westbrook. Or Sabonis and Brooks, which is going to be Dylan Brooks, right? Man, I can't believe this, but I think I'm saying Sabonis and Brooks.
Same.
I just think Sabonis could get you 70. He's the only guy that can get you 70 in that list.
Yeah.
All right, we get a little strategy question here from Levi. Do you think running 3 limiteds and 2 rares can still win big? I'm running rares of Dame and Ben Simmons, limiteds of Jokic, Randall, and Kuz.
It feels like it. It doesn't feel like there's that many entries, like where it's gonna be all limited or have the same lineup as yours, duped with all rares or something, So I feel like it feels more feasible to run out limiteds here, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny. I thought we were going to see a higher entry pool just because I thought we'd see less limited. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm looking at rare right now and the in-season tournament advance, right? So we have 2,500 entrants to rare contender, 1,900 entrants to rare champion, and 1,150 entrants to in-season tournament. And remember, this is including limited too. And in limited, we have 8,600 limited contenders, 7,500 limited champions, which that makes more sense because it's it's a little bit more financially feasible. I'm with you, man. I just thought there'd be more people in there, so I'm kind of feeling better about that decision to pick up the 8 right now. And I think if you're running out, I mean, you're definitely playing from behind a little bit if you're playing mostly limiteds, but I mean, when your limiteds are fucking Jokic and Randall in the situation he's in, I think you're still alive, right?
I just wonder how many people are fading the in-season tournament because they didn't want to buy the new players. Like up until the tournament, until today, I was trying to really just play with my old cards and not buy anything new. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that kind of feel the same way, or just like, I'll just keep doing those other tournaments.
I can't wait to not place in this and then just be furious. But yeah, go ahead, GC.
Well, it's also like it doesn't like you don't have to play this week and you can still participate, like because you're getting rid of your lower ones. So like also like roll that out.
That's why you should play this week, because there's less people. If there's less people participating there,
It's your score. It doesn't matter what place you come in.
Oh, fuck off, man, dude. I was trying to, come on. All right, Paul. Let's go, Paul. Kyrie with 2 games or Maxey with 1? I love this question because I don't know. I don't really know because we haven't seen Kyrie really have a monster ceiling in like the very limited time that he's played yet with Luka this season. Maxey we've seen be great, but has only played 1. Maybe they give Luka a night off because he's played so much already and carried the load. I don't know. What would you guys do here?
I think I would go with Maxey.
Wow.
I kind of feel like how you feel. We haven't seen Kyrie really explode with this. I always like to analyze from year to year how the teams change. And like this current construction of the Mavericks, like he's only had that 30 to 35 range. Like until he really shows us that he's going to break out, like, I don't know. I would rather ride the hot hand with Maxey, who we've already seen just be going off right now.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do that too. That's crazy. I think I'm going to do it too. I love Maxey. Ani said, see, again, this is like Anis, you made this seem like it's a question, and I'm going to tell you why it's not a question. You just want to be like, I just want a Steph Curry, bitch. Yeah, play Steph, man. Yeah, Curry with Giddey, Vooch, Turner, Dylan Brooks. Yeah, man, fire that up. That's great. Congrats on the Curry win. That's impressive. I haven't won anything. All right, let's see what else. What else we got here? Season 2 cards went up. Yeah, gotta sell them. Is Contender better with Jaylen Brown? Wait, hold on. Is Contender better with I think I'm missing part of this question, so maybe that's my bad. I don't need to imagine. I can. And season 1 common cards are gone. Yes, the common cards are gone. Actually, there's more people here too. So let me remind everybody to like the stream, subscribe, and we're giving away a rare tier card tonight. All you got to do is like the stream, subscribe, and put hashtag help into the chat. Put hashtag help into the chat, and that gets you cooking. Germ says there's less people competing for 0 prizes. Wait a couple of game weeks and see what scores are on a new comp to see if it's worth going for. So that's, you know what, I'm so mad that I just went and got that DeAndre Ayton now that I'm thinking about it. And honestly, I'm mad at you guys for not getting to that conclusion too.
What, were you just not going to play?
Yeah, I could have just put it into the rare champion lineup.
But did you like prioritize that? Like you didn't put together a rare champion?
I did. I told you. I said what it was.
Like, but so you have no rare champion now?
No, yeah. Now I'm not going to play rare champion. I'm going to prioritize I'm gonna have a solid rare contender, and then I will have in season tournament as the priority.
What's wrong with that?
You probably weren't gonna win rare champion anyways.
Dude. Yeah, do you think that you had that top lineup that can compete in rare champion? Rare champion's so hard to win.
I know. Well, and the reason I did it is I was like, if I had, I don't think Steph Curry can outscore Jokic throughout a full weekend, but I think he can tonight. Like if it's one game, one game he can. And that's all I'm trying to do is just like moonshot one game. So anyways,
you made the right decision. You made the right decision.
I think I heard you guys talking on one of the previous shows about how it's been really hard it feels like it's been harder to win this season. And I totally agree with that. And I feel like I used to be able to compete last year with my cards, and I don't really have like a Jokic or a normal like champion type guy or MVP. And I am not even coming close this season yet. So I feel like it's definitely harder.
It is hard. It's not bothering me. I don't mind losing. It's fun. But it is harder. Ibrahim, Yuta, Christian Brown, Josh Green, or Cam Reddish pick 2. I can't believe in the year 2023, Cam Reddish is out there like starting too. Man, this is actually pretty tough. I don't love these, and I'm playing Yuta in one of my lineups. So he's going to cap a 9 and a projection of 11. What's Brown's been cap a 13 and projection of 16. Josh Green has Kyrie back though, so cap a 14, projection of 19. Then who's the last one? Reddish. It can't be Reddish, right? Cap a 10, projection of 14. So it's all like, I mean, coin flippy. Do you guys have a Ghost? Do you have a take on this one?
Oh man, where did it just go? Can you put it back up?
Oh, yep. Sorry. I was going to start scrolling down. So it's Yuta, Christian Brown, Josh Green, or Cam Reddish.
Man.
Pick 2. My bad.
Pick 2. I have to go Christian Braun for 1, I think, and then possibly either Yuta or Reddish. I feel like Josh Green's minutes are really up in the air right now. I don't know. Reddish had a good last game. I was just looking at his stats, but he didn't do anything before that. So I don't know why he played extended minutes there, or if that's going to be the norm going forward.
They were without Vanderbilt, and I forget, weren't they without somebody else? Yeah, I don't trust the Cam Reddish minutes. Taurean Prince. Yeah. I think I would just I'd rank them Christian Brown, Josh Green, Yuta, Reddish. All right, this one's for you, TST. We got Sadiq Bey and Harry Barnes, or Okongwu and Kevin Huerter.
Ooh, that's a big Atlanta sack question. I think I'd go Sadiq Bey, Harrison Barnes. Yeah. I mean, Okongwu is projecting really well, and you don't have Fox, so you're like, maybe Huerter pops a little bit more, but Huerter's been struggling a little bit. Yeah.
K-Preem, I'll take this one. Laravia, or the Korkmaz. Korkmaz came out and just scored 10 whole ass points, like real points, last night. I think I'm fucking with Forkman. You know what I mean? Give me the Cork. So I'd take Korkmaz there. I like answering underdog questions because they don't matter. Oh, Gabe Vincent was up too. Not that the questions don't matter, but I'm just like, you're picking between, different pieces of trash. I forgot Gabe was out. No, thank you. Harden is playing Monday, I believe, is his first game. So I would not roll
Don't they
out.
have no games this game week, anyways?
That's probably why.
Yeah.
Sport Freak. We were talking about this one a little bit. We're going Grant Williams here. Sorry, we're going to say Ghost.
I was going to say that he is a system for
He
James
is,
Harden.
dude. He is system.
It's
Dude.
a phenomenal quote. I want to put that on a poster.
I did. My bad comment, man. That pussy on the mind. All right, Halliard said Gordon and Brown or Herder and Reggie. Oh man. God. Gordon and Brown, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the side I would take.
Yeah. Let's see. What else did I get? Did I miss anything else here? I think we're caught up. Torian Prince. I don't know if Prince is scheduled. Like, I don't know what that injury was. They have questionable knee soreness. What's Jay Crowder been doing? I guess it's Jay Crowder. I'm riding with Jay Crowder there. I hate to say it.
Yeah, Crowder's in the rotation at least and healthy, it looks like. Gotten
Yeah.
like 25 minutes in the last 3.
That's probably the safer way to go.
We got
Okay. This is where we draw the line.
Yeah.
All right. I'm pro Batman. I'm pro Grant Williams. I was slanderous towards Mark Williams. We ride or die Mark Williams when it comes to the Williamses. Right? No one's taking Grant, right?
No.
I love Mark Williams.
Yeah. Sneep said Thomas Bryant or Doug McDermott. Sneeps, I thought of you last night. Doug McDermott came in and instantly knocked down a couple threes. They took him right out, though. He didn't stay there very long, but he knocked down a couple of threes right away. Oh, this one's for TST. Do you want the We the North crew and Scotty Barnes or Malachi Flynn, excuse me, or Jeremy Grant and Utah? Did Grant never played for the Raptors, right? No.
No, that would have been
That would have been all Canada. Would have been great.
Yeah. There's an argument to be made. You would just take Barnes and leave it blank over Jeremy Grant and Utah. And Flynn's actually been getting quite a few minutes.
Dude, Flynn's been nice, man.
Yeah.
I like Flynn.
Yeah.
I'm going Barnes and Flynn.
Easily.
I'm going.
Also,
Barnes
we got a little bit of injury updates.
Hit us with it.
Josh Hart is going to start for RJ.
Ooh.
Jimmy Butler is going to play. AO is out 2 games at least, so that's the whole game week at least. And then Zach LaVine will play.
Do you guys? Zach LaVine will play. Okay, there you go. I did a video for So Rare. That was like what's your game week 1 lineup to pump up the in-season tournament, and they just posted it. And guys, my lineup is Luka, Donovan Mitchell, Julius Randle, Bam Adebayo, and Grant Williams. And I only own, now I own 2 of those cards, but I like that I could just say whatever.
Is that on Twitter?
Yeah, they just posted it. And it's gonna win. Jamie says, "What's going on with LaMelo? His cap is gonna be in the 30s if he stinks for 2 more game weeks." So, Jamie, at the beginning of the season, I did not know this was a thing. I found out while I think TST and I were hosting the first Live Before Lock. It was opening night. And Steve Clifford, out of nowhere, was like, yeah, we're limiting LaMelo's minutes to 30 minutes a game. And he's playing like 32 to 34 minutes. The real issue we ran into is because he's been okay, just hasn't been shooting the ball well. And then he ran into foul trouble in, I think, 2 of the games, but definitely one of them where he got 4 fouls in like 5 minutes. So that's part of the problem right there. Kruka says Otto Porter Jr. or Derek Jones Jr. Ghost, you want to? It's DJJ, right?
Oh, for sure. I love DJJ. I think he's a great player now. I don't really know too much about what Otto Porter Jr. has been doing, admittedly.
Yeah, he's not doing much.
It's funny.
When he goes on the floor, I'm like, I don't know.
In my mind, he's still
struggling.
hurt. Like, I still think he's out.
But it's also like, maybe that's better.
Oh, man. Yeah, bottom line. Let him cook. He sucks. All right. We only have a couple minutes left. Oh, Kid Nick says Josh or Dante DiVincenzo. I'll be honest. I didn't look up Dante DiVincenzo. I was about to share the giveaway one more time. Let me pull up Dante. Dante's got a cap of 14, a projection of 12. I would give him a 2 point. Let's say he's got a projection of 14 though now with no RJ Barrett. And what did we say Josh Green had? It looks like it's Josh Green. Is anybody taking Dante there?
No.
I'm tempted to, man. I don't know. I'm just worried about Josh Green's minutes, especially with Kyrie coming back now. I just feel like he's been in and out of the rotation.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't feel great about either of them. That's how I feel. I don't feel great about either of them.
Never mind. He hasn't really been that as in and out as I thought. I thought he got a little bit decrease in minutes, but he's had 29, 27, 34, and 26, which are fine. So I think I would take him.
Josh Green it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, here's a fun one. Lutek says Donovan Mitchell or Devin Booker. We know Devin Booker's questionable, and they only have one game, right?
Mitchell.
Mitchell. All right. I'm gonna go Booker. I'm going the other way. I'm going Booker. I'm risky though. All right, here we go. We only have a couple minutes left. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag help into the chat. Also, let me give you guys a chance to plug some stuff, and then we'll talk about some of our lineups here as we wrap up. TSC, you got anything going on? Anything you need to let the people know about?
Yeah, stuff will be coming. I think I'm going to get some stuff done this weekend. So you can head over to NBA TST on YouTube, and there'll be some stuff eventually.
Dude, what a plug! A+ plug right there.
Can we plug something that isn't mine? And I don't know, maybe want to show the people how the NBA Jet lineup maker works.
Yeah, sure. You want to share screen on this?
Trainer? Yeah, give me a sec. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I like that. Wait, while you pull that up, Ghost, you got anything you need to get out into the world?
Not too much. If you like crypto and NFTs, we do a morning show every morning at 9 a.m. to 10 Central, so 10 Eastern, on Twitter Spaces. So you can come check that out if you like that type of stuff.
Hell yeah. All right. Where are you at? You need me to show? Oh, there it is. Bang. Usually I get a noise when a screen is shared. All right, go ahead.
All right, so we're at NBAJet.com. This makes your training possible, really, and you don't have to worry about it. So basically, you sign in with your SoRare, and then it's linked to it. Go over to Auto Trainer here, and then you click Generate Training, and it will take everyone that isn't in a lineup already, and then you just hit Send all these lineups to training, and in like 10 seconds, all your cards, commons, limiteds, rares, everything that isn't in a lineup is in your training, and it's done. 21 lineups of training in like 10 seconds.
Listen, I know this is an incredible tool, but I'm going to go the other way, dude. I think it builds character to click as fast as you can in 5 minutes to get your training lineups in. And that's why I'm built different.
And that's why you forget your training half the week.
I know.
Back in our day of SoRare, we used to have to put in our lineups manually there.
Yeah, back in my day.
And right now, it's not even that big of a deal because you don't have like 50 million commons either.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. It has felt a little bit easier. Like it takes 2 seconds now. All right, I'm going to yeah, there we go. What's up, Strad? I know I already said hi to you, but I got excited. I'm gonna try to build the rest of my lineups here, or just at least one more. So this is what I have for my in-season squad to remind the people. Steph Curry right here. Then we get the Kyrie. Also, I don't know if I already said this. How much do you think the Kyrie year 2 was on the marketplace?
Limited?
Yeah, no, the rare.
Rare.
How much do you think the rare Kyrie year 2 was on the marketplace?
That you just bought?
Yeah.
Well, you've already told us.
Well, okay, that's what I was saying. I couldn't remember if I'd already told you. But there's more people here. What?
Okay.
How much?
Do you want me to guess again?
Yeah, just guess.
Okay, I'll say $290 to make you feel good.
No, it's $200, dude.
There you go. Don't you feel better now?
Well, how much how much do you think how much would you have thought it was?
I have no idea because you told me, man, before I could guess.
You guys suck, dude. Well, no, you know what, Ghost? That's not fair. I shouldn't have included you in that. All right, so here we go. Steph, Kyrie, Bam, Giddey, Ayton. That's what I'm rolling out here. Let's build out a rare contender here. Let's see if we can do it. Because I want to see. All right. Well, the first thing we have to do, I think these are the guys. We got like Zaire, Grant. Those are going to be your first two, right?
You're up to 27 each.
Yeah. Do I just? Oh, it's
Go
too
Markey.
bad. It would have been fucking perfect if Devin Vassell was alive. The other thing I could do is like get Ayton out of there.
Yeah.
Can I get you to? And at least you get 20.
Oh, Eric Gordon.
That's not bad, right?
That's not bad.
Could go grab a Cam Thomas off the market.
No.
No. What's PJ's cap at?
33.
That's too much.
I know.
Who do you have instead of Eric Gordon down there?
Nothing. Well, I think like Wade and Yuta are actually playable this week, and Flynn we've already talked about.
Yeah,
I was trying to jam in both Zion and Maxi.
in contender.
Yeah. I was like, can I do it? And then I was like, oh, what could it, if Zion has like a 70-point game, could it work in champion? But I'm not going to. I think this is the right move, right? To do something like this.
Yeah. Oh, Garland. Is this his first game?
Yeah, Garland's first game. Jared Allen's playing too. That's great. It's great news.
In that for some best ball, I need some Garland action.
Yeah, we love that. All right. We're going to roll this out
That's
then.
a pretty nice contender, man.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
All right.
Good in mind.
And then the last thing I wanted to do was, and then we'll do this giveaway here. I wanted to see if I could get him in. No, I can't. I wanted to see if I could make Maxi work in the underdog, but we'll just
Alonzo Williams.
I don't even think I can actually make a lineup here. I can't. Just so Vernon Carey and then DeAndre Ayton, so we can play the DeAndre Ayton. There you go. Submit.
There you go. That's a winner.
The winner, dude. Easy money. With Garland playing, is it him or Randall? Yeah, I mean, listen. You can go one or two ways when you have somebody come back like this. You either think like, oh, maybe he's a little bit more limited and he's gonna be rusty, or you can be like, there's no way they'd run him out if he wasn't ready to go. If you think Garland is like alive and well, then let it rip. If you think he might be on a minute restriction, then I'd go Randall's the safer play. That's what I'll say. Randall's the safer play.
Fox is officially out for Saturday too.
There you go. So fire up Davion Mitchell. Are any of you guys taking Garland over Julius Randle right with that hot take?
I think I still lean Randall.
Yeah.
Randall seems like the type of guy who would like the in-season tournament and get up for that. And no, I don't base that on anything. He just strikes me as that type of person.
Yeah. And
he's been coasting. He's been coasting until the in-season tournament starts.
Yeah, that's where he wanted to make his debut. All right. Oh, I think we're gonna call it there. Is there anybody else? Oh wait, are we gonna pick tournament lineups every game week, or what we set now is gonna play through the tournament? No, every game week. Every game week. And it's because of the way the NBA set up the tournament, where it's just Mondays, Fridays, and Tuesdays. But we don't have one this Tuesday because you got to rock the boat. All right, that's it. We're gonna call it there. So just a reminder, we do this Mondays and Fridays at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. That's our live before lock with Ghost and TST, and we'll have some other guests occasionally as well. We'll be we do the NBA Bit Monday through Friday here at 9 a.m. We're got a show coming with our friend George St. Ledger from the Swingman podcast. He's going to come hang out once a week as well. So if you're not subscribed already, do it. If for anything, just so you have a shot at winning this. So I'll just say last call. Like the stream, subscribe, #help. TST and Ghost, I appreciate you guys both being here today. It's good to see you both.
Yeah.
But let's rip this thing. If you win, shoot me a DM at Mike Zakarian or in our Discord. You can find the links to all of our stuff, Momentum Labs, the projections we use, everything in the show notes below. Winner, chicken dinner. It's going to Devon Cuban. Congrats, my friend. Big W.
Congrats.
Big W. That's going to do it for us here. Good luck. Yeah, listen, I hope everybody wins the in-season tournament and it saves the NBA.
You know? Everyone ties for first.
Yeah, everybody ties. We're all winners here. I just want us to have fun. All right, we'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend, everybody. We are out.